Item number 3, May is Bike Month, and the presentation is going to be presented by Spencer Morrison, interim Yuba City Bike Committee Chair Member.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. I'm actually an interim committee member, just new this week. Tonight it is my pleasure to bring before you the Bicycle Advisory Committee Annual Report. The Bicycle Advisory Committee is made up of members of the public interested in cycling and key city departments formed to prepare the city's bicycle master plan to enhance bicycling in Yuba City and recommend projects that will implement the master plan per council's direction. This committee continues to improve the bicycling community through safer routes, cycling destinations, and signage. The national collision data trends are not impressive due to rates of accidents continually increasing. However, age is steadily increasing as well, so maybe the focus on youth outreach is working. This slide is local bicycle collision data. You can see that there has been an increase compared to 2013. 35 bicycle collisions and no DUI bicycle violations in 2014. One of the reasons for the increase in, or I should say the big decrease in 13 and the increase in 14 is 2012 was a bit of an anomaly a year. It was quite high, and so that made for quite a large decrease in 13, but you can see that the trend line is showing a steady increase over time. The committee does support bicycle education. These events on the slide are performed primarily by the men and women in the traffic division utilizing grant funds from the Office of Traffic Safety. And this is a slide of the bicycle helmet enforcement total citations being given out year to year. In bicycling news in general, there's new this year significant legislation, the 3 Feet for Safety Act. It requires the drivers to give at least 3 feet of clearance when passing a bicyclist on the road, or if their 3 feet is not possible, to wait until it's safe to pass the cyclist. This is pretty significant because this happens all the time. There's a lot of motorist cyclist contact and a lot of overcoming. So to pass an act that affects so many cyclists and so many motorists is a big deal. But in the end, it's common sense. You know, if you're going to pass a tractor or a school bus or any other vehicle on the road that you're sharing, you'd give it the same amount of distance and you would wait until it was safe to pass. It's no different. Projects spurred on by the committee since its inception, they've been completed by Public Works and funded with capital improvement project funds, and generous grants from the Feather River Air Quality Management District are shown in these slides. Lots of bike lane projects and sharrows have been installed. Some bicycle parking cost share programs have helped install 72 bike racks. The committee has supported the May is Bike Month cause since 2011, in which the city employees alone cycled 4,300 miles last May. Installed more bike lanes, improved lots of locations. And in the future, there are more bike lanes to be installed at the locations on the slide. Lots of striping. One of the common things you might see around town is the bike lane will continue to the right of a right turn pocket, which makes a potential conflict with the cyclist going straight ahead and a car turning to the right. And so that can be fixed with additional striping improvements. And of course, we're in the middle of May's Bike Month 2015. May's Bike Month has lots of activities, but on May 6th it's Bike to School Day, and these are the schools that are planning to celebrate. And they will celebrate with lots of giveaways and snacks. The Chamber of Commerce has been helping out with some of those events as well. Also in May, there will be fueling stations for those coming and going across the 5th Street bike path or along 2nd Street there by the 5th Street Bridge. Be able to enjoy some healthy snacks to get you on your way. Perhaps to get out the door and get to work on your bicycle, you skip breakfast. And so this is a nice little feature on May 6th to take advantage of. And there's also a Chamber of Commerce event at the Gap tomorrow, and it will be, if you ride your bike, they will feed you lunch, and there'll be lots of vendors out and bike shops to talk to. And of course, May 15th is a traditional Bike to Work Day. These schools have bicycle rodeos scheduled in 2015. And each rodeo includes helmet fitting and distribution, as well as a safety presentation and skills course. The Bicycle Advisory Committee has accomplished many things, including expanding the bicycle network, introducing the concept of sharrows, which you can see all over the city streets. And just for those that don't know that term, the sharrows are those arrows that look like they might be in the lane of traffic. And the reason that what they're doing is they're showing the cyclists and the motorists where to expect to be to avoid the doors opening into the path of the cyclists. It's a safety concept. Again, installed bike racks, prepared and distributed a map of Yuba City bicycle network, and logged over 82,000 miles through the May's Bike Month efforts citywide since 2011. And I went back and looked at the city numbers, and city employees alone cycled over 12,700 of those miles. Of course, this is the map that shows the pathways through Yuba City that are bike friendly. And this map is available along with much more information at bikeyubacity.com. I encourage anybody that rides a bicycle in Yuba City to take a look at that website. There's a ton of information. And the Bicycle Advisory Committee is creating a better bicycling community and wants to thank the City Council for your support. Do you have any questions?
Any questions of Spencer? I do have one. How many of those 4,300 miles were yours last year?
I did ride last year, but we had 28, probably almost 30 participants that contributed to that. It was a very successful event.
I on Sunday was driving through the wine country, and they were having a bike race through there, and there was a bus in front of me. So, and it was road that couldn't be passed, and so we were driving fairly slow through that area because we couldn't pass, and the bus he couldn't pass either. So we were along with the bike race, but it was nice country to be driving along in.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
But it's certainly the safety of that 3 foot margin is very important. So
great.
Thank you, Spencer.